Hello and welcome to Modern Toyfare Reviews. Today we are taking a look at the Mafex Gambit. Let me know in the comments below if you were able to pick him up or if you are still on the dire hunt for him. Also, please make sure to like and subscribe for more toy-related content, including reviews, our new show Toy Therapy, and the Modern Toyfare podcast. But that's enough chitter chatter. Let's go ahead and get at her. Alright, let's start with how the figure turned out. So you've got the head, which has those bright red eyes. You've got that 5 o'clock shadow going down through there. You've got all of the black fur's mask that wraps around his head. You've got all of this hair, which Marvel Legends and Mezco did a great job, but this is the most 90s Gambit hair I've ever seen on a figure. It's fantastic. Then you've got this jacket, which is soft goods, which is a great addition. Has kind of the sewn-in pleating. You've got this little button here. You come down, you've got the little like cuffs on his jacket for the sleeves, and then even around the back, the stitching and everything looks great, and it kind of can fold over itself. It is 100% wired all the way around, but we'll talk about that a little later on as well. But yeah, it can definitely get some really great looks out of it. They did a great job, especially with just the general design. As you can see, straighten out there a little bit for you. You can kind of wrap it around him however you want. But let me take the jacket off so that way we can see the rest of the figure. Just give me 1 second here. And there we go. Okay, so now we can get into all the blues and all that pink and everything that we know Gambit for. So you've got that blue around the collar and around the shoulders. You've got the bright pink wrapped around all of his muscles because, Gambit's a show-off. He's got to let everyone know that he's completely jacked. Then the black sleeves with the pink stripes going down through him, which is great. I could have swore he had some on his forearms in the comics in the show, but I could be wrong. Even the gloves, they've got the 2 fingers that are fingerless and the rest go all the way. Then the black pants have the pink stripes going down them. You've got the blue on the belt, which then of course matches these armored boots, which are fantastic. Look at this. They shine great. This is the first time that I think I've seen a company put the knee pad onto the boot, which I feel like is the way it's supposed to be, because I hate when it breaks up from being on the knee and you bend it. And then even all of this detail of the sculpt goes down to the feet. So they definitely did a great job. Even back of it, you can see more of the muscles on his back, more of that blue around the collar and his belts, and then the black in his pants. You can see, definitely give him a little bit of a booty there. And then we've got the back of the boots. So, fantastic job, Mafex. Okay, so onto the articulation. The head, you do get quite a bit of tilt in pretty much every direction. We've got the joint in the top and bottom of the neck. Look all the way up, all the way down, twist all the way around. The neck also kind of pivots, so sometimes you have to kind of rearrange it. Then from there, arms go up way past 90. You also have the butterfly rotating shoulder joint in there, so you can get quite a bit up and down. As you can see, it shifts that way, and it also shifts forward and back. And then, there we go. And then you also can kind of rotate it around, and it does spin 360 degrees. And then you got the bicep swivel, the double jointed elbows. You've got the wrist peg, which goes decent amount forward and then decent amount back. It does twist all the way around. And then the torso, again, you've got 2 joints, one in the middle and one at the waist, so you can get quite a bit to side. You can twist him in multiple different directions. And then you get quite a bit of ab crunch, both forward and backwards. And then as far as the legs go, get this back a little bit ranged. You've got there we go. The hip joint, which does have a little bit of rotation up there, goes all the way forward. You can go up and down to shift it to get into different positions. And then you can get quite a bit out. And then you got the double jointed knees, which, like I mentioned before, with the knee pad being on the boot, looks really nice. And then you've got the ankle peg, which does twist side to side and forward and back. and you can kind of rotate it so you can get different situations. And then, of course, the little toe hinge, which is also nice. So overall, you can get Gambit in pretty much any position you could possibly want him in. Alright, time for the accessories. So first, you do get this alternate head, which is just kind of like an open mouth, like angry face. Kind of sad we didn't get a smirking head. Really kind of surprised more than anything. Let me get a better look here. Yeah, you can see red eyes, that all that crazy hair. Like, they did a really great job. Then we do have several pairs of hands. These ones are to grip the bow staff. Then we have the kind of card holding hands. They're in different poses for each hand. Then we have the more relaxed hands, the sprawled out reaching hands, and then these hands to hold the larger card throwing effects that we'll show off here in a second. And then, of course, you have the bow staff, which is that same kind of like bluish silver that we got with his armor. And you do have these little energy effects that go on the end. You've got this larger one on one end, and then the smaller one on the other. And they come off and on pretty easily. Just slides right off. Got a little hole in there, and there we go. Pops right back on. Then you do have these card energy effects with 2 cards, and then there's also another one that is just a single card with the kind of like energy stream coming off it. A little more motion with that one. It does go into the card holding hands we showed off a second ago. Like this, just kind of fits between the fingers. Gets you some kind of nice options there. And then you've got the 2 cards, which pop in just into this hand pretty easily, like so. Then, of course, we talked about earlier, but the jacket, absolutely fantastic job on this. I love the fact that it's wired all the way around, so that way you have complete control of how it looks. As much as I love, just, having it draped over, the fact that I don't have to worry about it getting in the way or not staying in a certain position that I want it in, and it's not like over cumbersome. And of course, you've got the Mafex display stand, and then we've got the throwing card effects. So this one's the kind of more casual one, a little less aggressive. It does have the 3 cards, and then it has a peg hole on the end. And then this one's the kind of more charged up, more aggressive, a little more flames to it versus just being energy. And like before, like you said, there is a little hole in there that does plug in to the hands. Let me grab one of those and grab Gambit to show you one of the biggest problems with these. And so he is with just the kind of standard one. As you can see, I'm already having issues with it. It is very heavy, and the wrist peg just cannot support it. It just instantly kind of falls over, but they did give you these little stands. So it does come with 2 different kind of attachments here, one to make it a little higher up and one a little more, lower. And let's see, just kind of plops down like that, which it's not bad. I do wish it could go on its own because I'd love to have him more posed, like floating around with them flying out of his hands. Okay, so time for a quick size comparison. So here we have him with the Mafex Deadpool. Deadpool is a little bit taller, you can see here. Then we also have the Marvel Legends Happy Hogan, which is just a little bit shorter. And then we have the new Fortnite Victor Royale Ripley, which is a taller figure. And then we have the Mezco Sovereign Knight Batman, which is about the same height. So I think he scales pretty well. Obviously, he's going to scale better with Mafex than anything else. We also, let me get these guys out of the way real quick. Here we go. And get Deadpool out of there. So here he is, Super 7, Leonardo, and then NECA. Just you a little bit, make it see you. There we go. NECA Raphael. So if you want to do like an X-Men Turtles crossover, personally I think it looks much better with the Super 7 Leo than I do with the movie Raphael. But he is about the same height as Raphael, where at least he's a little bit taller than Leo. Alright, last up, we're going to take a look at the box. You've got the bright pink, you've got Gambit, X-Men, Mafex, Metacom, all the logos at the bottom. You've got that comic book artwork in the corner. You've got the pink in the background. Top just has Gambit and X-Men and then his face. Bottom, all the different warning labels and such. Side, you've got Gambit and the picture of the figure. Same on the other side, more pictures of the figure. And then the back. I do like that they use this yellow to offset the pink, which is really nice. But then you've got all these pictures of the accessories and him posed. So I really do like what they're doing with the Marvel boxes, especially with the little comic book thing in the corner. Okay, so overall, this figure is incredible. It is more than enough to push me over the edge on Mafex. I had some really bad experiences in the past. The Dark Knight Returns figures kind of turned that around, and now my Marvel collection is going to be strictly Mafex. I'm going to get rid of my Mezco Marvel figures and focus solely on Mafex for these because they just really are killing it. The articulation's great, the design is fantastic. Everything about them, I just love it. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the figure. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Modern Toyfare. Head us up on twitch.tv/Modern Toyfare every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for our Wednesday night weekly purchases. Check out Toy Therapy, check out the Modern Toyfare podcast, and please make sure to subscribe for more toy-related content. But hopefully we'll see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.